As the vice president idealized those who are forcibly sterilized, Joe Biden, seen here with China's most honorable leader of underwear distribution, spoke at a Chinese university yesterday and somehow tried to compare U.S. debt with a local law that inspires rampant gender-specific abortions. Take a listen, those with ears.
You have no safety net. Your policy has been one which I fully understand, I'm not second-guessing, of one child per family. The result being that you're in a position where one wage earner will be taking care of 4 retired people. Not sustainable.
As conservative blog HotAir.com notes of Biden, quote, totally getting their kid-killing clause, quote, isn't this guy supposed to be pro-choice? He does understand that the one-child policy is an actual policy, not a matter of Chinese couples cheerily choosing to keep their families small for the good of the motherland. Yes. Meanwhile, the Obama administration released a statement on this whole affair saying the Obama administration strongly opposes all aspects of China's coercive birth limitation policies. The vice president believes such practices are repugnant. Well, you know what's not repugnant? The sleepy baby bunny. Leanne, is Biden an idiot, or did he just think he was being nice? You know, he had to be nice to China because, like, we owe them lots of money.
I think he is an idiot. He's put his foot in his mouth one too many times. And for one time in my life, I thought to myself, where is Hillary?
Yeah.
You know, like, why do we send him to do important things? Because he should just be held in a closet somewhere and just not given a microphone and not given that platform. It's embarrassing.
Paul, what do you make of Joe's latest gaffe?
I don't think he's an idiot. I just think, look, what is the guy going to say? We owe them a ton of money. It's like, we owe you a lot of money and you're barbaric. I mean, be glad that he didn't just volunteer our kids to lick their lead-based toys. I mean, what are you going to say to these people?
That's a good point. Matt, thanks to this failed policy, China has way too many guys and not nearly enough women. Is that why you go there?
Yes, that's a big thing. I had the freaking flyer back and forth to the thing.
So are you going to tell me you admire this?
I actually do not admire this. I think he thought he's in China. Nobody's listening. He put his foot in his mouth again. It just shows how uneducated he really is. I picture David Spade standing next to him. He's kind of like Tommy Boy, you know, Chris Farley, just trying to shut this guy up and not ruin the presidency. He's got a year and a half to keep, going off, so we'll see what happens.
Bill, could this be nothing more than a Biden brain fart, or was he pandering?
Well, with respect to this block, absolutely not, Greg. This is awful. But I do lean to the side that, of course, it was just another Biden foot in his mouth. He's actually, one of his specialties is foreign affairs. He just can't talk about it too well. And, what he should have just said is that it doesn't work, because it doesn't. This statistic blew my mind. In 2025, China will have 96 men in their 20s, but only 80 million women. That's a problem. I mean, not for Matt, but that's a problem.
Yeah, but this is China. I mean, we see life as precious here. They see it as something you buy in bulk. I mean, they're like the Costco of human rights violators.
Here's the thing. The policy is obviously evil.
Yes.
If this land had just allowed for technology and for ideas, they would have solved this problem without a barbaric practice. And where are the feminists? What happened to American feminists?
Well, they disappear when it comes to things that have to do with the left. But,
what do you know? You're a broad.
Obviously, I am a broad. Thank you. Obviously, we do owe China. I mean, they own all of our debt. But, that problem with the male-female ratio, during the Cold War, or after the Cold War, Russia had a problem with that, too, because all the men went and died off in war. And suddenly there were all these women that were looking for husbands, and they couldn't find any. So the birth rate in Russia, let's learn from that. They're having a problem keeping up and multiplying.
Maybe he was doing good cop, bad cop. Like, look, I'm with you with the one kid. My partner, Obama, he's got 2 kids, and they're both ladies. Maybe he was playing that.
All right, we got to take a break. Do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. Very simple if you have a computer. And to leave a voicemail, my direct line, and it doesn't have to be a landline you're calling from, 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy.
He has a landline.
He's a jerk, though.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by snail racing, that fast-growing sport in which coiled-shelled mollusks race from the center of a circular track to the perimeter. Thanks, snail racing.